thank you, the organizer of this committee, for this program that will take us to where we should know the rights of the local people and also how we can eliminate the corruption that is ongoing in the states and a few other places.
Our commitment to the promotion of good governance and promotion of accountability in this project and concept by Wadata Media and Advocacy Center, supported by Macauthur Foundation, is aimed at stepping into difficult terrain of the fight against corruption through investigative journalism and reportage on radio programs in 12 stations across the 6 geopolitical zones.
The theme, strengthening investigative data-driven journalism in the campaign against corruption and demand for accountability in Nigerian local languages, is well considered and extremely opposite in the light of experiences as anti-corruption crusaders at our various capacities. It has become necessary that our anti-corruption messages and activities, which are geared towards achieving good governance, gets to the grassroots. And the best way to achieve this is to cascade these messages via our local languages.
We should not just enjoy the AC, nice environment. Let's take the fact that we need to report corruption at every time, at every point, whether it is your brother, whether it is your sister, whether it is your pastor or your imam, because it seems everybody is involved one way or the other. If you are not participating, you are ignoring. You are part of it. You are making it to grow more wings.
Corruption is so endemic, not only in Nigeria, it's part of humanity. I remember the late Dora Akonjuli once said that we should kill corruption, else corruption will kill Nigeria. It's so endemic. It is not a generational problem, but it's a societal problem, I think embedded in a psyche. It is so difficult to kill corruption. It's all the same as the late reggae music czar Bob Marley once said, we are going to somewhere, you have to start somewhere. The constellation that we started somewhere. And that's so consoling.
It is important, it's an ethical issue for the journalist to hear information and not to reveal it and say that, oh, it's Mr. A that gave me the information. It's an ethical issue.
To me, what I would like to draw our attention here is our moral consciousness. We believe we all here belong to various faiths, and in which all those faiths has talked about corruption, how to render services to the people. At that juncture, I would like to advise us to go down into our innermost heart, to think how to adjust to betterment of this society.
This issue of security is really one thing that make a lot of people that would have loved to contribute to issues of corruption a kind of thing that make them to keep their mouth shut. Because in most cases, you even tip the EFCC on a corrupt matter, they wouldn't help you either, but at the same time, whether deliberately or not deliberately, expose you to much danger, run away from you, and you suffer alone.
Heroes emerge in communities, protect communities, and leave a name. I'm not asking you to jeopardize your welfare or jeopardize your life in order to make a name, but I just want to let you know, for me, I see goodness in what you have done. Your name will continue to ring a bell in Akwa Ibom for a long time, long after you're gone, even your children, than the benefits that you attain from the state government when they do something or they exclude you. Let them continue to exclude you. God will provide for you.
So law enforcement will be doing our best to make sure that we protect the identity of informant. It is even a law. Before the whistleblower policy came, it's part of our laws. You protect informants.
But one of the criteria problem we are having now is celebration of overnight prosperity, because we don't care whatever one does to make money. If we now go back, stand that out, I believe Nigeria will stand well, because so many things has gone wrong. And we go to the government official, the civil service is a major problem in this country.
Catch the women leader, catch all the social group leaders and put them together. We will now begin to sensitize them. We'll let them know that corruption has direct consequences on poverty. The failure of earlier strategies have left us with the option of community participation. Now, the aims of our objectives of our gathering here is very clear: to engender community participation in campaign against corruption, to create the spirit of community participation and the demand for good governance, and how to sustain community actions on these critical issues. Like Madame was trying to say, she was begging Wadata that this needs to be much more frequent. But being much more frequent needs money. So, like I concluded my paper when we get there, I said, let's find the money. I have 2 books in the house. There is titled, Let's Find the Money. To set the trajectory of this course for the stakeholders to brainstorm and arrive at citizens' ownership of the campaign, we submit that community ownership of the fight against corruption is the flip side of the demand for good governance. That's my take. That's my position. Now before we get at the real problem, because when you do not pin down the problem, you will not be able to solve it. For those who are students, I don't think there's any student here. When we teach the student, we teach them what we call, in the writing their thesis, many people have done it, so there must be statement of the research problem. If you don't get the statement of the research problem right, you get the methodology wrong. And at the end of the day, you get the conclusion wrong.